Yo, what's up, guys? This is Sid Gandhi, and I'm starting my own YouTube channel. And what I'm gonna do is just play chess. I'm gonna play bullet chess and talk about mixed martial arts because that's one of those things that I'm a big fan of. But it's difficult to speak when you're playing bullet chess, and sometimes you have to think while you're speaking, which is very, very difficult to do. Typically, alright, I'll just grab that. Okay. Attack the queen. Bishop here is what I'm guessing. Okay, never mind. Alright, just start pushing. Okay, how about this first? I think he's gonna take my bishop. Okay, I'm happy with this. Happy with this arrangement. Alright, no problem. Alright, let's move this. Oh, motherfucker. I completely botched this. He could have taken. No worries. No worries. It's all good. I don't know why I got that notification over here. Quite annoying. Okay, grab this. Alright, and open this up. Beautiful. And we got mate coming soon, right? I think we have mate already. Good game, buddy boy. Okay, cool. So what I'm gonna do in this channel is play chess and talk mixed martial arts. And what better time to talk mixed martial arts than now? It's the 4th of October. We've got 2 more days till Conor and Khabib. If any of you don't know what's going on, so you probably have heard the name Conor McGregor. It's a he's a very, very popular individual. He is probably the biggest name in combat sports. In the history of combat sports, I guess second to maybe Ali or Frazier or any of those people. But the idea is he is just incredibly popular. And he's not just popular because he's a good trash talker. He is a fantastic trash talker. But what he is on top of that is a fantastic fighter. Like, he is so good, incredibly good. The way in which he manages distance, the way in which he manages setting these traps for all of his opponents. So if you haven't watched any of his fights, I think you should start off by watching some of his fights. Don't watch the Aldo fight first. That's one of his most iconic fights, but don't watch that first. I think you should start watching with I mean, if you don't have much time, just watch the Aldo and Alvarez fight. But if you do have some time, you want to research what Conor McGregor has done, I think you should start watching with perhaps I would say probably, like, look at what he did to Max Holloway. Max Holloway, when right now Max Holloway is the featherweight champion of the world, and he's amazing. But back then, I guess he was a little bit green. He was unranked when Conor beat him, I believe. But he beat Max Holloway. I think you should watch the Dustin Poirier fight. That was really good. I think you should watch the Mendes fight. The Mendes fight is a really important fight, especially for this coming fight, right? The Mendes fight tells us a lot about Conor McGregor and his ability to withstand the storm that wrestlers and grapplers bring. So Conor McGregor is something else. Like, I'm a big fan of Conor McGregor's, but I hate his fan base. His fan base is the most toxic fan base in MMA right now, second only to John Bones Jones's. But never mind that. He's fighting, and he's fighting against this one guy. And this one guy, Habib Abdulmanapovich Nurmagomedov, is how he pronounces his name. Habib Nurmagomedov is how everybody else pronounces his name, because it's a crazy ass name to begin with. But this one guy, Habib, he is, I mean, if you want to watch Khabib fights, you're gonna get bored. I mean, you're gonna get bored watching those fights. Like, if you've never watched mixed martial arts in your life and you watched Khabib fights as the first fight, you're gonna get really bored, because all you see is absolute domination by this guy. He is incredible. And he's not a great striker. He's not, he doesn't set any traps or anything like that. When he gets a hold of you, it's it just looks it just looks just incredible to watch. He's undeniable. If you want to watch a Khabib fight, you should watch the Barboza fight. You should watch the Barboza fight. You should watch perhaps the Michael Johnson fight as well. Oh, the Michael Johnson fight was bad. Those fights, the way in which he dominates those guys. RDA was a great fight as well, but everybody else, the only issue that I think he had was against Gleison Tibau, not against Michael Johnson as many people like to say. But Gleison Tibau was the only fight I think that he had legitimate issues. But the guy has never lost a round. Never lost a round. Just so utterly dominant. And he's the dominant at grappling, at wrestling. If he grabs a hold of you, you are going down. You're going on the Dagestani Airlines, going on Eagle Air. So his moniker is Eagle, and obviously Conor McGregor's is Notorious. The notorious Conor McGregor and Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov. But when Khabib gets a hold of somebody, it's just, I mean, people have described it, and they've said that it's nothing like they've ever felt before. It's like a heavyweight is sitting on top of them, and he is incredible. So he's a combat sambo world champion. He is 26 wins, no losses in the UFC, unheard of, right? Not in the UFC, sorry, in mixed martial arts. He is 10 wins and 0 losses in the UFC. People keep saying that his wins outside of the UFC were against bums. Maybe the case, but I mean, his wins in the UFC were just as impressive. I mean, he's beat world champions like RDA. He's beat just amazing strikers like Edson Barboza. Edson Barboza is a great striker, but he's not a striker like Conor McGregor. Very different. Edson Barboza focuses on kicks. He's a distance striker. Conor McGregor he's got that left hand. This is my right hand. This is my left hand. So he's got that left hand that looks like it can knock anybody out, right? So on paper, it seems like it's gonna be just like a washout. Like either it's gonna be like just a dude dominating another dude who is who looks like a child in comparison, or it's gonna be like a flush fucking knockout. And that's what it seems like it's gonna be. But I doubt it. I feel like Conor McGregor is really, really good. But I don't think he's gonna knock Khabib out. I think it's gonna go into like the second, the third round. I think he's gonna get taken down a couple times, and when Khabib takes you down, he beats you up. He's got the nastiest ground and pound in the world, like in any division in the UFC, in any division in MMA, all of MMA. The only person I would compare to Khabib is Ben Askren, and Ben Askren also. I mean, like he was undefeated. He's retired, I believe. But that guy was just ridiculous on the ground, right? So, yeah, it's gonna be a fun fight. It's gonna be crazy, and there's a lot of hype. And Conor McGregor is the best trash talker in the world, right? He is somebody who gets in your head. So if you really want to see some of his trash talking, you should see what he did to Jose Aldo. Jose Aldo, before he fought Conor McGregor, was, I mean, I think he was unbeaten for 10 years. Correct me if I'm wrong. I apologize if I'm wrong. He was unbeaten for such a long time. And he was pound for pound number one in the UFC. He was the greatest featherweight of all time. People still hold him in that conversation, the greatest of all time conversation. Jose Aldo had a body of work that, just incredible. Conor McGregor destroyed Jose Aldo's mental fortitude. He destroyed it. Like, I mean, the way in which he trash talked him, the way in which he got a rise out of Jose Aldo, especially in the fight, was just, I mean, it was beautiful to watch, right? It was beautiful to watch. Here's what I think. I think I'm going to give you my prediction right now. I think it's going to be a war. I think Conor hits him really hard a couple of times, but I think Khabib has too much to lose to give up. I don't think he's gonna accept. Like he might get hurt really bad, but I don't think he's going to. I don't think he's gonna go out. I think he's been hit with some shots before, unless he goes like just clean out, unless he's like knocked out unconscious. Khabib wins this fight, in my opinion, and only because Khabib will do everything in his power to take it to the ground. I like Khabib a lot. I like Conor a lot. They're both amazing fighters, and this fight is amazing for the UFC. It's amazing for, mixed martial arts in general. The only fight I want to see in the lightweight division more than this fight is Khabib and Tony Ferguson, because they're both 10 wins, 0 losses, and just amazing, amazing. And that was the fight that was going to take place on the 23rd. Sorry, on the 5th of October, of April, 6th of April. I don't remember. On UFC 223. All right, that was the fight that was going to take place then. But on the 1st of April, Dana comes out and says, "Oh shit, Tony's not here anymore because he hurt himself walking over some kind of cord." And Max Holloway was supposed to face Khabib. That was going to be a great fight, but then Max Holloway couldn't make weight, or he tried to make weight, and the commission stopped him. The New York commission stopped him. So essentially, Khabib won the title from this fantastic fighter named Raging Al Iaquinta. But Iaquinta is ranked like he was ranked like 10 or 11 back then, and a lot of people question that win, because essentially that was for a title, right? Because Conor hadn't defended in a very long time. It was going to be for a title between Tony and Khabib. Tony dropped out. Iaquinta was the one who Khabib faced for the title, the lightweight title of the world, and Khabib beat him. And people say that fight was not good because his stand-up was exposed, but I disagree. I think he was toying with him. I think he was toying with Iaquinta. I think he was just like trying to play around with his jab or whatever. So yeah, maybe his stand-up is not the best in the world. There's no doubting that, but I don't think he was in any trouble whatsoever. Any trouble whatsoever. Khabib had that fight in the bag, Anyway, good first video, guys. We'll talk soon. We'll find out what happens on Sunday. I think I'll give you a post-fight breakdown, perhaps. Let's see how it goes. All right, take care.